Hello students, welcome to Btech360 and Career 360. Yesterday, the JoSAA round 3 cutoffs have been announced, and all of you exactly know where you stand at this point in time. But what we thought was, based on the student demand, we're trying to create a series of videos which tell you at a branch level what is the highest closing cutoff across all the IITs. So what I'm presenting right now is the JoSAA round 3 cutoff. What was it in 2025? What did it end in 2025 and how is it in 2026 as far as round 3 is concerned? So comparison of round 3 of 26 versus 25 and where did it end in 25 at the end of 6 rounds is what I'm going to present. And right now what I'm talking of is, I told you branch wise, first we'll talk of IITs, CSE and allied branches is what I'm going to talk about. And if you want to talk to any of our counselors, there is a number that we opened up because a lot of students are asking us for a number. The number is 8130376334, where you can call us up, where a counselor will talk to you and understand exactly your problem. And please do subscribe to Btech360. I must also thank MIT University because this information and guidance series is presented by MIT University, one of India's leading universities and also ranked among the top 3% globally. And we partnered with MIT University to create a series of content which will help students take the most informed decision. IIT CSE is what we're talking about. What exactly is the highest closing rank at the end of round 3 in 2026, comparing it with 2025, and also where did it end last year by the end of round 6, because last year there were 6 rounds by the time the entire admission process was completed. For IIT Bombay, Btech CSE, last year the rank was 66. This year at this point in time, after round 3, it is 65. And last year it ended with 66, so I think it will end with 66 in my opinion at this point in time. IIT Delhi, Btech CSE again, 125 is what it was last year. This year it's 123, so it's become more competitive if you realize. And last year it ended with 126, so maybe 1 or 2 ranks here or there where it will go. IIT Madras, 171 is what it was last year. This year it's 149, so dramatic, more competitive this time by 22 ranks. It became that much more competitive. Last year it ended with 171. Which is the highest closing. This year I don't know, I think the leverage here is very, very small is my perception. IIT Kanpur, last year it was 270, this year it's 276, so it dropped 6 ranks and it ended with 271, so again the leverage is very, very small. IIT Madras again, Btech AI and Data Analytics, 292 was the highest closing rank last year, this year it's 226, a dramatic drop of 66 ranks. So IIT Madras is performing very well in terms of attracting the best students for all its programs. That's what you see. Here it's a drop of 22 ranks, here it's a drop of 66 ranks. There's something seems to be working here that students are preferring IIT Madras as compared to what it was last year, right? And last year it ended with 306. IIT Delhi, Btech Mathematics and Computing, last year it was 323, this year it's 320, so rank growth of 3, which means it became that much more competitive, and last year it ended with 323. IIT Kharagpur, Btech CSE, 450 last year, this year it's 509. A drop of 559 ranks, which means it became less competitive, and you can see that because people are now preferring Chennai Madras is what is happening. And last year it ended with 466. IIT Roorkee, Btech CSE, last year it was 549, this year it's 582, a drop of 33 ranks, right? And it ended with 592 last year. Further going down, IIT Hyderabad, Btech CSE, last year was 667, this year it's 647, which means it's become more competitive by 20 ranks, right? And last year it ended with 673. IIT Guwahati, Btech CSE, 729 it was last year, this year it's 810, so a drop of 81 ranks, which means it became less competitive because Madras and Hyderabad seem to be gaining at the cost of these IITs possibly, and last year it ended with 792 rank. IIT Roorkee, Btech Data Science and AI, 710 it was last year, this year 829, a drop of 119 ranks. And last year it ended with 845. IIT Hyderabad, Btech AI, 831 it was last year, this time it's 917, so it dropped 86 ranks, right? And it ended with 861 last year. IIT Kharagpur, Btech AI, it was 852 last year, this time 1026, a dramatic drop of 174 ranks. That's massive in the current context, and ended with 953 last year. IIT Hyderabad, Btech Mathematics and Computing, 879 last year, this year it's 916, a drop of 37 ranks, and it ended with 1015 last year. IIT Guwahati, Btech Data Science and AI, 1077 last year, this year 1262, again a dramatic drop of 185 ranks. By the way, when I see Kharagpur, Guwahati and all, I can correlate with another video that we've done just now about placements. And in the placement data that we've noticed, Guwahati, Kharagpur and all have been performing very badly as compared to previous year. So this seems to be catching up. If the placements are not happening, there seems to be some kind of a problem in terms of attracting the best students also. And ended with 1078 last year. IIT Kanpur, BS Mathematics and Scientific Computing, 1023 last year. This year it's 1258, a drop of 235 ranks. And it ended with 1179. IIT Kanpur, BS Statistics and Data Science, 1121 in the last year, 1299 this year, a drop of 178 ranks. It ended with 1270 last year, end of round 6. IIT Guwahati again, Btech Math and Computing, 1223 this year, last year, 1325 this year, drop of 102 ranks, and ended with 1276 last year. IIT Kharagpur, BS Maths and Computing, 1335 last year, 1407 this year, drop of 72 ranks, and it ended with 1336. What happens is whenever a new course is added, students gravitate towards that, and to that extent, all the other branches in other institutions, they ease out in terms of demand, and that's what you see here, that when you see 70, 80, 100 and all, because someone would have added a new course, and that would have boosted up the, people gravitated towards that, and to that extent, it eased off in terms of competition in the other branches and other things. IIT BHU Varanasi, Btech CSE, 1352 last year, 1436 this year, 84 ranks is what you saw as difference, and it ended with 1489 last year. Yeah, by the end of round 6. IIT Indore, Btech CSE, 1628 last year, 1639 this year, a drop of 11 ranks only, and ended with 1775 last year. IIT Hyderabad, Btech Computational Engineering, 1675 last year, 1917 this year, a drop of 242 ranks, and this ended with 1866 this year, by end of round 6 last year. IIT BHU Varanasi, Btech Math and Computing, 1842 last year, 1870 this year, a drop of 28 ranks. IIT Gandhinagar, Btech CSE, 1872 last year, 2207 this year, a drop of 335 ranks. This ended with 2020. This year it will end with 2500 possibly. IIT Indore, Btech Math and Computing, 2008 last year, 2026 this year, a drop of 18 ranks, ended with 2099, end of round 6. IIT Gandhinagar, Btech AI, 2187 last year, 2387 this year, drop of 200 ranks, ended with 2236 by the end of round 6. IIT Ropar, Btech CSE, 2376 last year, 2970 current year, a drop of 594 ranks, dramatic drop, right? And ended with 2512 last year. IIT Jodhpur, Btech CSE, 2844 last year, 3533 this year, a drop of 689 ranks, ended with 2918 ranks by end of round 6 last year. IIT Mandi, 3087 last year, 3674 this year, a drop of 587 ranks, ended with 3123 by the end of round 6. IIT Patna, Btech CSE, 3215 last year, 3305 this year, a drop of 90 ranks, and ended with 3377. IIT Ropar, Btech AI and Data Engineering, 3245 last year, 4447, a drop of 1202 ranks. Ropar seems to be doing very, very bad in terms of attracting the best talent as you look at it. And last year it ended with 3500. IIT ISM Dharwad, Btech CSE, 3348 last year, 3994 this year, drop of 646 ranks, and ended with 3585 last year. IIT Mandi, Btech Data Science and AI, 3868 last year, 4627 this year, a drop of 759 ranks. Mandi seems to be doing pretty poorly in terms of getting the best students out, and ended with 3928 last year. IIT Ropar, Btech Math and Computing, 3817 last year, 4464 this year, a drop of 647 ranks. IIT Bhubaneswar, Btech CSE, 3855 last year, 4642 this year, drop of 787 ranks. IIT Jodhpur, Btech AI and Data Science, 3954 last year, 4831 this year, drop of 877 ranks. IIT Mandi, Btech in Math and Computing, 4068 last year, 4823 this year, a drop of 755 ranks. IIT Patna, Btech AI and Data Science, 4117 last year, 4461 this year, a drop of 344 ranks. IIT Dharwad, Btech Math and Computing, 4014 last year, 4726 this year, a drop of 712 ranks. IIT Bhubaneswar, Btech Math and Computing, 4607 last year, 4775 this year, a drop of 168 ranks. Moving further, IIT Patna, Math and Computing, 4277 last year, 4878 this year, a drop of 601 ranks. IIT Tirupati, Btech CSE, 4648 last year, 5529 this year, a drop of 881 ranks. IIT Goa, Btech CSE, 5628 last year, 6628 this year, a drop of 1000 ranks. IIT Palakkad, Btech CSE, 5775 rank last year, 36681 this year, a drop of 906 ranks, ended with 6454 last year. IIT Jammu, Btech CSE, 5988 last year, 7024 this year, drop of 1036 ranks. IIT Dharwad, 6384 last year, 7616 year, a drop of 1232 ranks. And it ended with 7208 last year. IIT Bhilai, Btech CSE, 6524 last year, 8196 this year, a drop of 1672 ranks, and ended with 7382 last year, round of 6. IIT Goa, Btech Math and Computing, 6493 last year, 7528 current year, 1035 is the drop, and it ended with 7932. IIT Bhilai again, 7616 last year, 8929 in the current year, a drop of 1313 ranks. This ended with 7934 last year. So this year it will be about 9300, 9400. IIT Dharwad, Btech Math and Computing, 7208 last year, 8163 in the current year, a drop of 955 ranks, ended with 8222 last year in round 6. IIT Jammu, Btech Math and Computing, 7929 last year, 8412 this year, a drop of 483 ranks, ended with 8559. IIT Palakkad, Btech Data Science and Engineering, 7712 last year, 8878 in the current year, a drop of 1166 ranks, and it ended with 8640 current year, right? Now, this is the data that we have only for CS and allied branches. After round 3 JoSAA cutoff round, scores have been announced, ranks have been announced. We'll keep doing that for a few other branches also. If you want me to cover anything else, please write to me in the message box here. Please do subscribe to Btech360. If you want to talk to any of our counselors, this is the number that you should be calling up, 8130-376334. And I must thank the university partner, MIT University, which is ranked among the top 3% globally, for partnering with us in this endeavor to keep the student better informed. Thank you so much. Namaste.